God's plan. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing is, if all the work is done, and this is what me and my coach always say, if all the work is done, what's going to be is going to be. Fighting is crazy. There's so many ways to lose, but you have to go. And my old coach, John Hassel, would say this, and he got it from one of his instructors growing up. When he would go to a tournament or something, they'd say, do you deserve to win? Mm. If you deserve to win, you've earned a win. The rest you got to be at peace with. I can truly be with at peace. I can truly be at peace with what's on the other side, right? If I've done everything I can. It just wasn't my night. Yeah. But if we overlooked something or we completely missed something in the video or whatever it was, then that's a different ballgame.
Yeah. That's very well said. Now, I have a segment on the show. I call it the 5 count. I have 5 random questions. Just answer as quick as possible.
Sure.
Crunchy or creamy peanut butter?
Creamy. Yeah, just because my wife will yell at me if I get crunchy.
I love crunchy, so
I do enjoy it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If you owned a liquor company, brewery, winery, or coffee shop, which one would you own, and what would the name be?
Well, I don't drink, so it would be coffee. What would the name be? It would either have to be something. Well, it had to be something with Joe in it, I guess. As much as I don't like to put myself at the forefront, I can't have the name Joe and not have some kind of, cup of Joe, whatever. That's what it's called, a cup of Joe when you're up north. So we'll go with something like that.
I was going to say, it just kind of hands itself over to the coffee world in general, so that's perfect. Yeah. What song do you car karaoke to probably the most?
Oh, man, that's a great question. I have no idea, actually. Well, you know what? I'll say this. Me and my daughter, she loves Trolls, so anything from the Trolls soundtrack at the moment we'll sing. But then she yells at me a lot of times, and she'll tell me it's not the right time to sing. We sing that at home on the TV, not now. But we sing that out a lot. Yeah. Anything Trolls.
Did you imagine that you would be singing along to a Trolls movie when you were earlier in life before you had a child?
Not at all. And enjoying it. That's the funny part.
Right.
Not at all, man. That was the only thing that was ever on my mind was fighting. So,
right.
Then when I met my wife, of course, and it was like, I really love her. Like, I'd like to have a family one day. And that was a whole different ballgame. That was way uncharted territory for me because I was just so laser focused. Also a very late bloomer, so it wasn't like I was like dating a lot and all that. It's like, so it was like not even a thought process for me.
That's awesome. Who or what inspires you?
First and foremost, my faith. But outside of that, my family. I never thought I would want to be fighting for any other reason than myself and wanting to be, proud of myself. I'm like, I always tell you my why back in the day was like, I want to make like the little kid me proud, but now it's like, forget that. Like, I want to show my kids, how to carry yourself. I'm going to be a good example for them. So definitely my family.
That's amazing. What would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Keep going. It's not who's good, it's who's left. And I truly believe that in all aspects.
You're dead on with that, yeah. Now, if people want to find out more about you, follow you online, watch your fights, how can they do all the things?
Yeah, I'm on social media. Instagram. I use Instagram probably the most. Just at Joe Solecki. Instagram, Facebook, and I have, a YouTube page. I'd like to start doing a little more with that. Maybe some instructionals and stuff. I'm not going to do I'm never the guy that's going to have a camera following, but I love teaching and teaching jiu-jitsu and stuff. So I'd like to get some content on there maybe here soon. But, I also have a jiu-jitsu tournament that if anybody listens that trains and wants to compete in, we do that quite a few times a year. It's called All In Grappling. And, we have a pretty good YouTube page of that. Some of the matches are up there from the second event. And, we also have an Instagram for that if anybody's ever interested in coming out if they're in the Carolinas or anywhere nearby and want to compete and stuff like that. So, just at Joe Solecki and at All In Grappling is basically where you can find me.
There we go. Joe, thank you so much for your time. I've appreciated it, and I can't wait to see what the future of fighting and, obviously, like you kind of just mentioned, teaching and coaching looks like for you in the future.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. It was great talking with you. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.
See ya.
Thank you so much to Joe for being on the show. Obviously, as you just heard, what a fun conversation we had. Joe is such a good dude. And again, you can check him out December 2nd as he fighting in the UFC against Dracker Close. Definitely make sure to sign up for our newsletter. You get even more information about our guests. You get fun facts, and you get to know what's going on with your favorite podcast, all about beer, coffee, booze, and Brewsers. Also, make sure to go out and follow us on the social medias. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSCRSPOD on the Instagram, on the Twitter, and on the Threads. And if you want to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. If you want to follow me directly, it is Rodie John. That is RODIEJON. Rodie John is the name on the Twitter and on Untapped. Find out what I'm drinking. Cheers me. Maybe we can have a beer together. And if you want to follow me directly on the Instagram and the Threads, it is official Rodie John. And if you want to send me an email, it is rodiejohn@gmail.com. So until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.